Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to adapt this material to a terrain. Here I have some terrain, it's already in place, it's already got the material, so what's to teach you, right? Well, there's only one node that you have to really switch out in order to switch the material over to a more terrain active material, and that's the backup utility. There we go. Love that thing. So in here, this is a terrain variation of the material. So I just copied it. And these are terrain coordinates. They're like texture coordinates in the fact that terrain coordinates aren't really based upon UVs. Terrain coordinates are based upon subdivisions. Okay? So you can tell it to be a certain scale using this. Not so much as repeating UVs are concerned, but a certain scale per whatever polygon face that the terrain is actually made of. Who knows? But it works with terrain and the other one does not. So all you have to do is anytime you see a texture sample, you add a terrain coordinate. And then you can mess around with the mapping. Now, this is based upon subdivision, as I said. So if I have something that's only one subdivision, it's going to be slightly bigger than 3 subdivisions. So let me show you what that means. Over here, I'll just make a subdivision patch or a terrain patch. Okay, let's find where that went. Here, terrain. Ah, there it is. Nope. Oh, I think it was underneath it. I'll go to unlit. There it is. So let me slide this one out. Let me duplicate my player. And let me duplicate that material. Create a copy. We'll call this terrain layer 2 or terrain material 2. Okay, and what I'm going to do is click on this. Click on the Edit Terrain button. This is terrain 5. And while that's highlighted, that material is highlighted, I'm going to right click here and say New Terrain Layer Setup from Material. Select Packet. And I'm going to make sure I point it at the packet I'm using. Very important, do not use the Auto Select one or Auto Setup one. It's not very good. It makes a separate packet that nobody can ever find. And it usually tears apart your level into 2 different packages. You don't want to do that. So I want to do this one. And under grouping, I'm going to say test. That way I can get rid of it. Okay. Now, look what it's did. What? UDK weather. And I got test. I know where these are at now. They're in my package. Okay. And I'm just going to close that out right now. And I'll go like this. Go back to lit. Alright, so on this side you can see that the rain is just too big compared to the player. Alright, again, let me unlit that. And look at the ground. The ground is freaking huge compared to the player. This grass is like monstrous. Well, on this side of the street, I won't subdivide it. This one I've subdivided 3 times. This one I have not subdivided at all. And I'll show you how to adjust it. So, we can go back to the whether or not. This is terrain layer 2, the material. And since I replace these with terrain coordinates, let's first start with the grass. Okay, the grass is clearly too big. Right now it's at 0.5, so with the player in view, I'm going to say 0.2 and then hit the check mark. That grass makes more sense to me. In fact, I think it's a little bit too small now. So 0.25. Enter. Checkbox. Perfect. I like that. Okay, now let's go back to lit. Now I can see the rain is too big, and it has to be scaled to the size of the grass. So in order to do that, I come back up here. Oh no, over here. And here's the terrain coordinates. I've added it to the rotator. Click on that. It's at 0.8. Let's try 0.4. Where am I getting these numbers? I'm making them up. I'm just guessing. That's the only way to do this, really. That's not too bad. I would say 0.3. Better. Much better. Alright, now there's one other thing. Let's see. In order to see this other thing, I have to go right here, add actor, add point light. It's not really showing up, so kill the point light, add a different light. It's in your content browser. Actor classes, directional light, right click, add directional light here. Whoa, that thing is so strong. Double click on it, and let's turn that to right about there. And let's also rotate it. Remember, everything's based on normal map, so it has to have light hit it just right in order for it to work. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Now the other one is located way up here, and it's the reflection. Right now it's at 10. Let's try 1. And I can start seeing that reflection. Good. How about 0.5? And there we go. Good. Is it repeating? Alright, now I'll just build lighting. So it's all adaptable. You just got to know where to tweak it. And it's really nice to have a material that has those little tweaking points in it. Alright, let's right click, play in here. Much better. The guy's just floating there, but so this has not been edited in any way. It hasn't been like added some height to it. And if I did, it's going to be really bad because there's really no resolution here. But I'll do it anyway. Incidentally, until you actually rebuild the lights, this material does look quite bad. And then once you build the lights, it looks a lot better. Okay, some edits. Bring this up, hit end to drop them down to the ground. Play from here. And over there you can see the one that's raining. Over here it's not really raining, but it's the right scale. Alright, there we go. So that's how you edit the material in order to function on Train. I hope you enjoyed.